Heads or tails, lads and lassies, you're always the winner with the O'Connor clan. After a very long day at CBS Radio World Headquarters in Greentree, I just could never tell them no. I'm at the beautiful Sokol Club in the historic south side of Pittsburgh. And you know what? I could not think there would be a better place to pay tribute to Bob O'Connor than the place that's known as the City of Neighborhoods, then Carson Street. You come in, and of course all of the wonderful shops and eateries, people downtown mulling around, getting ready for the big stadium series tonight at Heinz Field. Over 67,000 fans will be there. And then you roll into the upper part of Carson Street, completely renovated, rejuvenated, shops, stores, incredible. And yes, the Steelers offices and so many more things, UPMC. I love it, I love it, I love it. And this is what Mr. Connor always believed his city should be, a melting pot. And that's what this is all about, the O'Connor Foundation. And over here is Heidi O'Connor Garth.
Hi.
The great Judy O'Connor. And of course, this is the man that's going to make all the Irish soda, bread, and more. Tell everybody who he is.
This is Anthony Arca. He has been our chef here since day one with this fundraiser. He's the best.
So what are you preparing tonight? I was back in the kitchen a little earlier and it all smells good.
Well, we're going to make an Irish Guinness stew, followed with some soda bread. We have some braised sausage and peppers. We have corn O'Brien, and a very nice pierogi station with many toppings.
So what part of Ireland are you from? No, I'm just kidding. That's good, though. That's good. Now, listen, something else, too. You know, and I love the whole Irish population of this great community of Pittsburgh. And at one time, the great Knute Rockne of Notre Dame said when they would come to play Jock Sutherland and the Pitt Panthers, it was like a home game for Notre Dame because of the Irish population. This is a book that this gentleman right here, Jared O'Neill, has written. Tell me about this book, sir.
It is a history of Pittsburgh from colonial times to the present, focusing on Pittsburgh's Irish heritage. It's got a lot of neat vignettes that cover sports and violence and the Civil War and the Klan getting beat up in Carnegie by the Irish immigrants. All kinds of great little details that people may have forgotten that the Irish do not want to forget.
How do they get this book? Obviously, I'm sure Barnes & Noble's, Amazon, but where's the
Barnes & Noble's, all kinds of bookstores have it. It's widely available in Pittsburgh. There's a long list of places.
Discover the Spirit of Ireland in the Steel City. Good job.
Thank you.
I love stuff like that. Okay, now, this gentleman, Jabbo, I must tell you, I met many years ago. He, treasurer of that campaign, obviously was on the Water Authority for a while, but more importantly, Greenfield best friends, grew up together. And of course, University of Pittsburgh, went for many years to the wonderful games at Three Rivers to watch the Steelers, sat in the same seats because then the mayor said, look, even though I'm the mayor, I'm still sitting with my people, and that's what they did. Watched all those Pitt Panther games together. He's still an usher there for many years with that great company that I love, Duquesne Light, in my neck of the woods down there where First Energy is today. So many stories. You're a golf coach with the great Corey O'Connor, of course, councilman. You and Bob, just talk about this guy. But that's a true story about, these tickets at Three Rivers. And when then they went to Heinz Field, he could have went anywhere. Could have been in a box out of the weather, but he wanted to be with the fans.
Absolutely true. I said, Bob, I'm really proud of you made that decision to stay with the average fans. And believe me, don't think those fans that surrounded us, they loved us. They actually, when we got transferred from Three Rivers to Heinz, a lot of them wanted to make sure that they sat right next to us. The people in front of us we become best of friends with them. And like you say, going to the Steeler games, half the fun is the tailgate party and sharing the experience with the friends that are around you. You become real good friends with them, and it's a wonderful experience,
I got to tell you, we all have such love for the Rooney family. And by the way, Rooney's beer will be here next year, even if I have to bring it myself. You got to check it out. Wilson McGinley and Frank Fuhr, Jameson whiskey, fine wine and spirits. But honestly, when I think of the Rooneys as the first Irish family, I got to tell you, the O'Connors might be like tied at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true though. I mean, when you think of Irish people and families from Pittsburgh, you think of the Rooneys, you think of the O'Connors, right?
Yeah. Right.
I do. Help me out.
They really do. I mean, everybody, since Bob and everything, everybody remembers Bob, and they remember us too. Oh, Bob, I know Bob. He was a great mayor, great person. Besides being a great mayor, he was a great person to everybody in the city, and everybody just loved him. And I hear it every day.
Getting back to what I said earlier about it being a melting pot. And it's so true when you think of your family, and I'll go on and on and on about it. She being of the Jewish faith that I have such love and respect for. Bob of the Catholic faith. They have a son who's a priest. Got a wonderful daughter, mother. They've got Corey, obviously a councilman doing extremely well. It turned out pretty good,
It
didn't it?
turned out wonderfully. It really did.
As the cookie cruise is, as this charity is, and I was looking at all of the different things that this cookie cruise supports. It's incredible. Tell me about this cruise and how really it was so big when the Majestic got put into mothballs, you guys had to kind of punt, right?
Yeah, that's what happened. We ended up having to rent 2 boats, and then it became, we had like a buggy. You had to bring in so much money before you could start making a profit. And that was one of the reasons we started this other fundraiser prior to St. Patrick's Day. And this has also been a wonderful success, but again, the initial overhead is a lot lower than it was with the 2 boats. So we're still moving ahead. The boat ride was there because we used to use it initially for Bob's campaign. And then we had a 1-year absence, after he passed away. Then people loved it so much because they just enjoyed riding the boat and seeing the wonderful city of Pittsburgh. It's a great advertisement for Pittsburgh. You ride up and down the river, and it's just a very enjoyable experience. So hopefully some of your fans will come to the boat ride next year, and we'll have a great time again.
All right, listen, before we go, just talk a little bit about this wonderful foundation, Judy, and then we're going to put everything in the... Let me see that. Let me see that. Come on, look at this. Everything in proper perspective right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's that. Look at the Irish eyes.
That's
Look at
from
the
the
smile.
St. Patrick's Day parade.
He loved that day,
He
didn't
loved
he?
it.
That
That was his
was his
favorite.
favorite thing
Yeah.
to do, getting that parade.
God, I love this guy. And of course, I think of his dear friends, Dick Scringer and Dennis Regan, Ted Arnaud, best friends in the world, and just the journey that we've all taken, and it's just nice to be here. But before we go, I want to remind everyone, Eaton Park, wonderful, wonderful cookies and so much more. Donations from the University of Duquesne. I mean, Bob, who else really stepped up here and helped out?
First National Bank helped us out, and I went through Greenfield, and we had over 40 businesses in Greenfield that supported us. 9 out of 10 people I asked them for something gave us something, either a monetary contribution or a gift certificate or a prize that we can raffle off. So I really got to thank the people from Greenfield for their support of Bob, and it's just a wonderful place to live.
Isn't it ironic that Mike McCarthy, the head coach of the Green Bay Packers, happens to be from Greenfield, of all places? Greenfield, Green Bay Packers, and the green for the Irish, and of course, St. Patrick's Day, and this foundation. Tell me about the foundation, and then we're going to talk a little bit more before we go with Heidi. Go ahead, this foundation.
Well, for this event, we're giving out scholarships to high school students that are graduating, and then they go on for their education. So we're giving out scholarships tonight. The winners will be here tonight, and they'll receive their scholarship funding.
All right, now listen, the only reason I'm here this early, because it's going to get very busy here, but the Sokol Club is such a great venue, and they take such good care of these people. And if you're looking for a wonderful place to come and enjoy real Pittsburgh, you should come to Carson Street and to the Sokol Club. Your main objective and the point you would like to make to everyone out there, how moving forward they can help the Bob O'Connor Foundation.
So you can help by supporting our party this evening, our fundraiser. Come on down. It's open to the public. $40 gets you food, beer, wine, green beer. And you can also support us by going to our website, checking out our website, and if you want to donate anything, feel free there, or if you want to become a volunteer, you can just fill in the volunteer information there. So help us out, Pittsburgh.
You know, it's amazing. This book, I mean, it's so rich in history. I'm just looking over some of the decades and the people and some of the remarks. How long did it take you to put this together? Pittsburgh Irish, Aaron on the Three Rivers.
It takes about a year to put something like this together. That's all the time the publisher will give you.
Really?
So it takes a year. Getting the pictures is actually the most work.
Well, let me tell you, you've done good. You've done good. All right, she's going to work. This beautiful young lady, obviously your daughter, what's her name?
Olivia.
Hi, Olivia. Why don't you come over here real close and tell everybody to come down to the Bob O'Connor Foundation St. Patrick's Day party. Can you handle that? Come on, I'll tell you what to do. Come over here. Put her up, right, get up close here, honey, and say, come on down to the Bob O'Connor Foundation
Come on down to the Bob O'Connor Foundation
St. Patrick's Day party.
St. Patrick's Day party.
Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, from the incredible Sokol Club, thank you so much. Bob O'Connor Foundation. Keep it going, folks, because I know he'd be happy to hear that. And we'll see you tomorrow morning on the radio at 5 a.m. on Pratte, Sunday on his Radio 1020 KDK. Thank you. Good night.